Good morning, mi gente. Okay, so check it out. I thought I would make a video and letting you guys know what I've learned the first year of barbering full time. So it's gonna be an ongoing video. So if you see me in different attire, if you see me in different clothes, if you see me in different places, or you see me, it's because I've recorded it at different times and I'm putting it all together. So because you know how you can make a video and then you'll be like, oh dang, I forgot to say that. So I will take my time in making this video and make sure I get out what I want to get out. And like I've just started. It's my first year in barbering. This is my opinion. This is just what I've learned. I'm not the best barber. I'm not the GOAT. I'm not anything. I'm just giving you what I've learned through this year, and what I've gone through this year. So I guess I'll start with clientele, building clientele and getting into a shop. The first shop I went into, it was a good shop, and the owner was a cool dude. How can I put this? It was good. I was building. I was getting good customers. It wasn't a really busy shop, although the location that it was in, it was a good location. It was just, for lack of better words, bad reputation. That was then, okay? That was then, probably not now. It was just, they weren't always there. They weren't keeping appointments. It was just a lot of different things. And there weren't that many barbers. It was if I'm not mistaken, it was an 8-chair barbershop. And like I said, it was a good shop. You know, I learned a lot from the owner, and I learned a lot from other barbers that were there. There weren't too many barbers there. But it was a good shop. The owner did not want you to pass out your cards. He wanted you to pass out the cards of the shop and put your name on it, which, you know, it's fine. It's just the way he ran his business. That was his shop, and the way he ran it, it was a commission shop. So the way he ran it was fine. That was the way he wanted to do it. So I was there for a few months, and then I got hurt. I tore my bicep in my arm, and when I tore my bicep, I couldn't even lift the clipper. Okay, so I was doing two things. I was working at the shop, and I was cutting at the house. So the clients that I had in my neighborhood, I would cut them every so often, and then I would also work at the shop. So in saying that, and the reason I brought that up was because when I hurt my bicep, my arm, the owner of the shop thought that I was cutting hair at the house. And I told him, no, you know, I wasn't cutting hair at the house. I can't even lift the clipper. I mean, I couldn't. It was pretty bad. I couldn't even move my arm. Thank God that it's doing a lot better now. But at the time, you know, I couldn't do much with it. So we got into a little misunderstanding, and I left. And I think I left on good terms at that time. I left on good terms. I came into the suite with a guy that also worked there, D the barber. He also worked there, but he opened up the suite and he told me, come in here, and he gave me a break. And this dude is awesome, 100%, you know, appreciative of the opportunity I got. In building the clients, I've heard a lot of people say that if you're in the suite, there's no way you can build. I give you that it is harder to build in a suite rather than a shop that's has foot traffic. I'm in a office building, and there is some foot traffic, and we have gotten walk-ins, just not as much. I have built I have gained some customers. I've done a lot of advertisement on TikTok, social media. I've paid for advertisement. I've passed out cards. I've made flyers. I've made videos, and it takes time. I mean, not everybody is lucky enough to go into a shop or go into a suite and just have clients. I mean, if that's you, kudos to you. I'm glad you were able to do so, but it's just not feasible for a lot of people to do that. I mean, it's not. And again, I'm building. It's just a slow process. It's a very slow process. I'm not giving up, but I just want to encourage you. If you're doing it, if you're going to it, you're going to have times where you're not going to have anybody. You're going to have times where the weeks, you might not have anybody in a week, you know, 1 or 2 people. And that's been my experience. Hopefully that might not be yours, but that's been my experience. It's especially, I didn't know that January was slow for barbers. I do now. I didn't know before. I do now. January, I've talked to D here, and he says January is usually just slow for barbers. For whatever reason, the reason is it's usually just slow for barbers. So it is possible to build in a suite. You just have to do a lot more footwork. You have to do a lot more advertising and socializing and go out there and get the business. But again, it is possible. You're able to do it. It is feasible. You're able to do it. It's just going to take time, and you just got to go into it knowing that it's not going to happen overnight. That it's going to take time to build it. And I think it's like that for every barber, because the ones I've talked to that are now in a good rhythm and have good clientele have all told me the same thing, that they built everything over a few years, 2-3 years, because you don't retain every customer that you cut, and that's just a fact of the matter. You don't keep everybody that you cut. I mean, and that's just facts, and that is for every barber. You just don't keep. You might cut somebody 1 or 2 times. Sometimes they might not like something. They might not like the haircut. They might not like the conversation. They might not like the atmosphere. They might not like the place. They might not like you. I mean, not everybody likes me, and that's just fact. Not everybody's gonna like you, and you can't take it personal, because you're not everybody's barber. You're not gonna be everybody's barber. You're only gonna be the barber to the people that God sends you, or to the people that click with you, that like your personality, like your convo, or like your haircut, or like the way that you actually perform the service. So it is possible to build in a suite. You're just gonna have to go into it knowing that it is gonna take time, and it's gonna be a lot more work on your behalf. Today is Tuesday, January 30th. It is Tuesday, right? Yes, Tuesday, January 30th, 2024. So just to keep, this, so I'm making this year. So it is possible. You're just gonna have to do some work. Second thing I've learned, let's see, it would probably be haircuts. I know that people ask a lot of questions about the barber eye. How long did it take you to get the barber eye? When did you get the barber eye? And again, I'm not an instructor, I'm not a teacher. I've only learned, I'm giving you what I've learned so far in this journey. So what I've learned is this. I've heard a lot of people talk about the barber eye, and I can honestly say that I did not start to get that until I had confidence in myself. Let me explain. Okay, so when I would do a haircut, most of the time in the beginning of it, most of the time I was frightened. I didn't have good, how can I put this? I didn't have confidence in myself. So when I would do a haircut, I would do it and I could not see anything wrong with it because I already went into the haircut thinking that I wasn't going to do it right. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly, but so when I would do a haircut, I would make sure that the customer was happy. The client was happy, and I would tell them, is there anything I can fix? And I would give them a complete 360. And if they would see something, I would fix it. I would try my hardest to fix it. And again, taking pictures, video, and all of that, I've seen something now that I was like, ugh, damn. But thing is, I still cut them. Even now, I still cut some of those clients. So that just goes to show you, as long as you're honest, as long as you're a good person, as long as you give your best, I think that's what matters. So after I got sick and tired of going to every haircut, and I'm talking about every haircut, paranoid, I finally made the decision, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I would pray, and like I said, it's my journey. I would pray, I would tell God, guide my hands, lead my hands, mark my hands, lead me, show me, teach me, and I will go into it. And I can honestly say that as I was cutting hair and I got more confidence in myself, I was able to see the stuff that was wrong. I would cut, take a step back and look in the mirror, look at the head, and I would see something that wasn't right. I would see a shadow or hair or darker spots in different places, and I would hit them. So it didn't come from me until I had confidence in myself. And another thing, let me back up a little bit before I finish with the barber eye. Find you a system. I can tell you this. Again, my experience. Find you a system. So whatever it is, fading up, fading down, whatever it is, get you a system and follow that and perfect it. Later you can make one of your own, or you can tweak the one that you're on. But find you a system and stick with it. Nobody ever told me that. I was watching so many YouTube videos and watching other barbers in the shop and watching different people doing haircuts, and I would try to imitate and mimic them, and it was just, oh my God, it was crazy. Find you a system. Faded Culture has a great system, and I've used that one quite a few times. But if you just use the basic system, the blade open, make your guideline, and fade out that guideline. Go to the number 1 guard, open it up, make that guideline, fade out that guideline, then go forward. But find you a system before anything else, before you even try to get the barber eye. Find you a system and follow it and perfect it, and you will see how much better your haircut and how much more confidence you will have in yourself. Now, I found a system. I use a couple of them now, but I like to fade down. It's less guessing work for me, I guess I could say. It's less guessing work. I fade down, and it's less guesswork for me. Sometimes I would lose my spot. So, but find you a system and have more confidence in yourself, and I guarantee you, without a doubt, that you will begin to see, because the more confidence you have in yourself, the better your haircuts will come out, and then you would actually see what people talk about, the barber eye, because you can actually take a step back, look in the mirror, look at the cut, look in the mirror, and say, okay, here's a dark spot, and you'll be able to fade it out, or you'll be able to blend it back in, or whatever the case may be. Have confidence in yourself, because I didn't, and it took me forever, but now I go through every. If you think about it, we're sculptors, we're artists, we are artists. So if you see a haircut, picture it in your mind first, and then attack it the way you know how. Get a plan. That's why the consultation is so important. Make sure that you consult with your client, and pictures are key. Make sure that you have a picture, or at least you try to pull up a picture and say, hey, is this something like this that you want? Clarify what they want. That way you can actually see something, and then you can go to the client's head and picture it on them. Never be scared to give your client advice on a haircut. If that haircut really is not gonna, again, it's their haircut. If that's what they want, that's what they want. But if they ask you, hey, what do you think? Give them your honest opinion. You are the professional. You are the barber. Give them your honest opinion. Don't be scared to do that, because I have clients that come to me and want something, and right now they're doing something totally different, because I would tell them, I say, hey, what do you think about this? And I will show them a picture. They go, give it a try. And now that's all they get. So you're the professional. If you see something that you think would look better on them than what they're doing, go, what are they gonna say? No, I'm gonna stick with what I want. Okay, just stick with it. So it doesn't hurt anything, but you're the professional. You should know what looks gonna look good, the shape of their face, how the hair falls, especially if they have calyx in different ways, because I got customers that have 3 or 4 calyx on their head, and it's a nightmare sometimes. But anyway, have confidence in yourself. You're the professional. You're the artist. So you're the sculptor. So have confidence in yourself. Find you a system. What else? Let's see. Money management. That I don't want to speak on, because I'm not there yet. I'm not doing too good myself. I have clients that pay ahead of time. They'll come in and they'll pay for 2 haircuts ahead of time, and so I've got to separate that and deposit just what that week's money is. Anyway, I don't want to speak on that, because I'm still learning. I'm still learning that part of it. But anyway, I think that's it. I might come back here in a little bit as soon as I think of some more stuff. But anyway, I'll be back. All right. God bless you. Peace.